What's up, everybody? It's been a while. The reason why it's been a while is because I don't know if you call it performance anxiety, but I just get a little self conscious making these kind of videos because I don't want to come off as some kind of schizophrenic loon. But again, eternally grateful to my friends who encourage me to just, put my message out there. They tell me that, you can speak really well and you know how to break down things in a way that most people can understand. And if you have something important to say, well, then people deserve to hear it, especially if it's something that's not being said. So again, I'm gonna try to improve the format of these shows, and I'm gonna try to adhere to a more consistent upload schedule. But something I just wanted to talk about is reality and the way you view reality. I like to consider myself a very rational mind, but lately I've been also thinking about the spiritual, and I always wondered, why are they things that we're taught to separate in our lives? Uh, you know, Not that I believe in the flying spaghetti monster, but there are just certain tropes in society that I see coming up that are rather alarming when you compare them to uh, biblical things. I guess the best way to put it. But it's just that society just, it seems like everyone's being further and further divided into classifications, nomenclatures, groups, pseudo tribes, if not outright tribes. And this seems to just be increasing and increasing and increasing. And when I look at it from a macro level, it comes off as intentional. A lot of people are drinking the Kool-Aid or whatever they're putting out there. They're identifying as this, identifying as that. They're claiming this, they're claiming that. And someone with I would say, I have a scholastic hobby where I study things that may not seem mainstream to study. One of those is, for example, most people don't know, is that since the age of 14, I've been studying the occult, um, alchemy, symbology, numerology, things that I've always been interested in. A lot of things considered fringe, and it's rather alarming. A lot of these, for example, symbols, a lot of they're popping up as the norm de guerre, so to speak. They're trendy, but they have ties back to like Assyrian culture or ancient Babylon that were used for ritualistic purposes. I'm seeing a lot of people tatting themselves up with things like that. The resurgence of crystals, which are heavily used in black magic, for example, like charging your crystals in the moonlight. I could talk in length about this subject. That's something I don't really utter to people because it clashes with my scientific nature. But my mind, I've decided long ago, is going to be open. I'm not going to dismiss something without studying it and researching it, even if somebody tells me, even if it comes from the mouth of an authority. But there's just a lot of weird things going on, and you know, especially propagated through the media, TV, for example. I don't really watch a lot of TV. I try to limit myself to like none, really. I just don't see it as productive. But a lot of these images or symbols are popping up on TV, and I'm like, what is going on? You know, um, a lot of themes and stuff. It's almost like there's a purposeful agenda. And then, some of this stuff washes over into objective reality. And what that means is a lot of things that people see online, they they emulate speech patterns, ways of behavior, imagery, and it's like people are being molded from the inside out through what they see on TV, movies, music. Instead of enjoying it as an entertainment media, they absorb it almost like it's in their psyche. Now, again, I don't want to just come off just a guy spitting a bunch of psychobabble. Um, I will try to work on a more concrete format for this show, but for now, this is just a way for me to rant about life. But yeah, there's just some odd things going on, especially when you look at it, politics and the way politics is going. If you don't see how speech, and I'm using the word speech, is being constrained, especially in one of the freest countries ever. I live in America, by the way. And I don't know what to tell you. I grew up reading a lot of fringe historians like Howard Zinn, history of America, people who, well, it's not taught in the textbooks. And there's a lot of also patterns popping up in the political arena, especially dealing with tech, you know, the buzzword they throw around, big tech, that's eerily similar to the lead up of a major conflict we had in history's path. A certain country with a certain nefarious and leader. It's pretty infamous at this point. Not want to drop his name, but a lot of things are similar when you study how that happened, and it's not coming from any one side. It's coming from both. You could be left, you could be right, you could be up and down. It doesn't matter. When you look at the actions they take and the effects of them, they're really not that different. Almost like they're two sides on the same coin. And what I always tell people is don't fall for the okie doke of division, because again, if you don't see the division being played out, I don't know what to tell you. At this point, it's not that side or that side, it's both. Now, again, I didn't want to just rant, but there's a lot of things just going on in the world. Certain medical procedures that they want us all to take that just doesn't add up with, the past. But some of these subjects I know enough you don't go over them, because my little fledgling YouTube channel won't go nowhere if I talk about them. But next time I make a video, I'm gonna have my thoughts laid out pretty concretely so that I can talk in length about subjects that I'm still kind of hesitant to touch on. But again, friends have encouraged me. They say you have a way of speaking and a way of breaking things down that you should really start a channel. Again, I'm better when I'm speaking face to face with somebody. I'm getting used to this whole just talking into a camera and monologuing. But I don't know. It's the Bitcoin Bandit. I'm gonna do better. I need to get this pumping out more content. Get my thoughts out there. None of this is for me to feed my ego or anything like that. It's just you don't always have somebody to talk to about certain things, so you don't feel comfortable. So maybe in the hopes, I put myself out there on the World Wide Web, on the internet, on the YouTube, yelling out into the ether. Somebody might yell back and say, hey, kind of feel where you're coming from. We can start a dialogue and a conversation. This technology is amazing. It can instantaneously reach hundreds of thousands, even millions of people. People you'll never meet face to face, but you can always find somebody with the right mindset. And also, I don't necessarily like to be around people who always agree with me. But sometimes you want to be able to delve into a subject with somebody who also has an understanding and may have seen the same thing as you have. Anyway, I'll try to do another video today. This is the Bitcoin Bandit. I apologize for the crap quality. It's off my little cheap phone. I don't really spend much on phones. I lost the other one. Had a really nice Galaxy 10. Then too many drinks one night and couldn't find it. But I will be replacing that. But for now, I'm on a little cheapo phone, and I'll probably film some stuff on my camera, give you better audio. Got these Bluetooths. Anyway, guys, it's the Bitcoin Bandit. Until next time, I'll have something a little bit more concrete for you. And if you listen past this point, I really appreciate you giving me 10 minutes of your day. All right, I'm out.